Imagine the roar of engines echoing through a vast stadium as sunlight glints off polished bodywork. Tuned rear-wheel drive machines line up, anticipation thick in the air. Tires shriek as the lead car lunges sideways, spinning furiously. Clouds of white smoke billow, swirling in slow motion. The driver's focus is intense, hands flashing, eyes darting. Car and driver move as one, a stunning display of skill and artistry. Drifting is a skillful dance on tarmac, not just sliding a car randomly, but a controlled technique where the driver keeps the car oversteering, moving sideways through corners. Unlike skids or power slides, drifting is all about balance and intention, staying in control while the car is sideways. It's a dance with the limits of physics, performed with finesse. Drifting belongs on closed circuits, tracks, or designated drift parks, not on public roads. Professional drivers practice in controlled environments, where safety crews and barriers minimize risk. These spaces are designed for high-speed slides, with plenty of runoff and clear sightlines. Why is this so important? On open roads, drifting is extremely dangerous. Traffic, pedestrians, and unpredictable surfaces make it impossible to drift safely. Too many accidents have happened because people tried to imitate pros in the wrong place. The consequences can be tragic for drivers and for innocent bystanders. In the right setting, drifting is thrilling and safe. The best tracks have layouts perfect for long, flowing corners and safe zones for practice. Drivers can push their limits and learn from mistakes without endangering others. It's where the science of drifting can be explored and celebrated. So remember, drifting is a motorsport. It deserves respect. Keep it on the track, under supervision, where skill and safety can go hand in hand. To understand why rear-wheel drive is king for drifting, let's break down how it works. In a typical rear-wheel drive car, the engine up front creates power. That power travels through a transmission, which lets the driver select gears. From the transmission, it moves down a long shaft, the drive shaft, to the back of the car. At the rear, the drive shaft connects to the differential. The differential splits the power between the left and right rear wheels, helping the car turn smoothly. Axles connect the differential to the wheels, delivering the force that pushes the car forward, or, in drifting, sideways. Because only the rear wheels drive the car, the front wheels can focus on steering. This separation is crucial. It gives the driver fine control over which wheels push and which wheels point. When the rear tires lose grip, the driver can adjust with the throttle or the steering wheel. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive systems work differently. In front-wheel drive, the front tires do everything, steering and driving, which complicates drifting. In all-wheel drive, power is shared, making slides harder to initiate and sustain. That's why rear-wheel drive remains the choice for serious drifters. Let's get into the science. Drifting relies on tire grip, friction, and the balance of forces. When a car corners, the tires grip the road up to a limit. Push past that limit by adding power or changing direction quickly, and the rear tires slide. This is where drifting begins. Friction is the force between the tires and the tarmac. It holds the car in line. But as speed and steering angle increase, the rear tires reach their traction limit first. The slip angle is the difference between where the tires point and where the car actually goes. In drifting, the slip angle is large. The car points one way, but moves another. Weight transfer is another key factor. When a driver turns in or brakes, the car's weight shifts forward, backward, or sideways. This shifting weight helps brake rear traction or stabilizes the car during the slide. Yaw is the car's rotation around its center. The driver controls yaw by juggling steering and throttle. All these elements come together in a drift. Grip, friction, slip angle, weight transfer, and yaw are managed in real time. Mastery means staying just inside the limit, never spinning, never straightening out too soon. Rear-wheel drive makes drifting possible by splitting the job of driving and steering. The rear wheels push, the front wheels steer. This separation lets drivers control slides with much more precision. When the rear tires lose grip, the driver can use the throttle to change the car's angle, and the steering to keep the nose pointed where they want. In rear-wheel drive cars, you can steer with the throttle. More power spins the back wheels faster, increasing the drift angle. Less power brings the car back in line. The front wheels are free to point wherever the driver needs, making counter-steering clean and direct. Contrast this with front-wheel drive cars. When a front-wheel drive car loses traction at the front, you lose both steering and driving force. Hard to recover. In all-wheel drive, the power goes to all wheels, often making the car snap back to straight. Rear-wheel drive is unique. It lets drivers hold drifts, link corners, and show off real style. This is why almost every professional drift car is rear-wheel drive. It's simply the best tool for the job. Predictable, flexible, and supremely controllable. Great drifting is about more than just power. Throttle control is everything. Too much throttle and you spin out. Too little and the drift ends. The best drifters feather the throttle, keeping just enough wheel spin to hold the slide. Counter-steering is the art of turning the front wheels opposite to the drift direction. If the back slides right, you steer left. This keeps the car balanced and stops it from spinning. It looks dramatic, but to pros, it's second nature. The limited slip differential, or LSD, is another secret weapon. An LSD ensures both rear wheels spin together, even if one loses grip. This makes drifts more consistent and easier to control. Without it, power might go to just one wheel, ending the slide early or making the car unpredictable. Together, throttle control, counter-steering, and LSDs create the perfect toolkit for controlled, stylish drifts. These are the skills and tools that turn a good driver into a drifting master. Weight transfer is at the heart of drift initiation. When a driver brakes or flicks the steering, weight moves, shifting grip from one end of the car to the other. Pro drivers use this to break rear traction. Common drift initiation techniques include the clutch kick, snapping the clutch to shock the drivetrain, the feint, swinging the car before turning in, and the handbrake pull, locking the rear wheels briefly. In front-wheel drive cars, initiating and holding a drift is tough. Front tires can only do so much. All-wheel drive cars can drift, but the slides are short and recovery is tricky. Rear-wheel drive's balance and separation of duties make it ideal. Car setup matters too. Stiff suspension, wide steering angles, sticky front tires, and careful weight distribution all help. Pro teams fine-tune every detail for maximum style and control. Finally, tire smoke. When tires spin faster than the car moves, rubber heats up and vaporizes, creating that iconic white cloud. It's chemistry, heat, and spectacle all in one. Drifting is a science, an art, and a sport. Rear-wheel drive is the foundation. Remember, always drift safely in controlled environments. Respect the skill, the science, and the people who make it great. Share this passion, subscribe for more, and keep the drift alive on the track.